The story begins inside a nearly empty movie theater. A little boy named Matty won't stop making noise with his pacifier, annoying a woman who asks him to be quiet. Carl, the manager, walks over and kicks him out. It's not the first time. This is the third time the boy sneaks in without paying. His coworker Hank shows up and asks what happened. Carl says it's always the same thing. Hank asks if he's ever seen the kid's family and then tells him to just leave the boy alone. Ronnie, Hank's daughter, watches from a distance. When her father asks if she saw the boy, she says yes, but instead of pointing him out, she misleads Carl on purpose, sending him the wrong way. Once Hank and his daughter leave, Matty comes out of hiding. Carl spots him, and the boy takes off running. The manager yells after him, threatening to call the police next time. That night, Matty walks down the snowy, deserted streets of Derry. He seems determined to run away for real this time. He raises his thumb, asking for a ride. Several cars pass by until one finally stops. Inside is a couple with their children. The driver rolls down the window and asks if he's okay. The woman offers him a blanket and asks where he's going. Matty, staring blankly, says anywhere, as long as it's not Derry. They tell him they're heading to Portland, and the boy silently accepts. As the car moves along the snowy road, the parents listen to a radio broadcast about underground nuclear tests in Moscow. The mother changes the station to calm the kids, but the atmosphere turns strange. Matty starts to notice something off about this family. The oldest daughter, Arlen, holds a jar filled with raw liver and smells it with delight before offering it to Matty. Suddenly, everyone in the car bursts out laughing. It's not a normal laugh. It's distorted, almost inhuman, echoing through the car. Matty shivers as he looks out the window and sees a sign, "Welcome back to Derry." Confused, he says he thought they were going to Portland. The driver ignores him and turns the radio up louder. Panic rises in the boy's chest. He begs them to stop when he sees a gas station, but no one answers. The children begin spelling random letters, repeating nonsense words like a creepy chant. Terrified, Matty tries to open the door, but it's locked. In desperation, he grabs the steering wheel and struggles with the driver, accidentally hitting the woman's belly. She screams. She's going into labor. The birth happens right there, surrounded by manic laughter. What comes out isn't human. It's a deformed, bloody creature, a living nightmare. "Come on, sweetheart, meet your family," the mother says with hysterical laughter, holding the monster by the umbilical cord. The creature screeches, spraying blood everywhere. Matty, frozen in terror, puts the pacifier in his mouth. The children's faces twist and distort. The newborn growls and lunges at him. The pacifier flies out of his mouth, landing in a puddle by the roadside as the sound of laughter fades into the whistling winter wind. April 1962. A young boy named Phil watches planes crossing the sky, writing down models and details in his notebook. He's curious, obsessed with aviation, and lives in the same town where Matty vanished. At a nearby airbase, Major Laron Hamlin and Captain Russo arrive for their new assignments. Hamlin seems optimistic, while Russo feels uneasy about Derry. Colonel Fuller greets them, explaining that even though the base seems remote, it's one of the country's 6 most strategic facilities. If something happens with the Soviets, he says, we'll be the first to know. During the tour, Russo notices a section labeled Special Projects. Fuller quickly changes the subject and asks if Hamlin plans to live on base. He replies that he'll rent a house in town while waiting for his family to arrive. Fuller smiles. "You'll love Derry. It's a quiet place." At school, Lily opens her locker and a jar of pickles falls to the floor, drawing laughter from nearby students. Embarrassed, she picks up the pieces while her friend Marge helps her. Marge complains about her new glasses, but Lily reassures her. Meanwhile, Phil talks to Teddy, his best friend. Phil insists the government is hiding aliens inside the airbase. Teddy rolls his eyes. When Phil asks if he studied for the test, Teddy says no. Phil laughs. Why bother? World War III is about to start. Later, Teddy reminds him that it's been 4 months since Matty disappeared. Phil coldly replies that it's terrible and changes the subject. The argument escalates. Teddy accuses him of being heartless, and Phil finally blurts out that Maddie is dead. Furious, Teddy storms off. Elsewhere, Lily stares at her bracelet, remembering when Maddie took her to the old lookout point, now closed. They watched fireworks together that night. He tried to kiss her, but she pulled away, saying they were just friends. Back in the present, her mother tells her to visit her father's grave, but Lily refuses. That night, she hears a voice coming from the drain. It sounds like Maddie. She cries, begging him to come back, until bloody fingers crawl out of the sink. Lily screams. The next day, Lily tells March what happened, but her friend doesn't believe her. Upset, Lily leaves and finds Phil and Teddy. She tells them about the voice. Phil laughs, but Teddy listens seriously. If you believe in aliens, he says, why can't you believe in this? The three go to the library, searching for clues. They discover that the article about Maddie's disappearance was removed from the public archives. The only copy left says he was last seen at the theater by an employee's daughter named Ronnie. They visit her house. Ronnie opens the door looking nervous and irritated. She tells them the police accused her father and that she wants nothing to do with it. As they turn to leave, Lily mentions she heard Maddie singing through the pipes. Ronnie freezes. She confesses she also heard children's laughter and crying coming from the theater's ventilation shafts, as if echoing from the basement. Shaken but curious, she decides to join the group and help uncover what happened to Maddie. That same night, at the airbase, Major Hamlin is attacked in his sleep by masked men demanding details about a secret aircraft. He refuses, and they beat him. Just before one of them fires, Russo knocks on the door, giving Hamlin a chance to fight back. The two men manage to chase the intruders away. Gasping, Russo asks who they were. Hamlin answers quietly, they're not from here. That night, the group, Phil, Teddy, Lily, Ronnie, and Susie, returns to the theater. Ronnie explains that the song they heard came from the movie The Music Man, and there might still be a copy store in the basement. Phil scoffs, asking why they watched that, but Teddy says maybe Maddie is trying to reach them. They sneak inside. The air is thick, the lights flicker. Ronnie climbs to the projection booth to start the reel. As the film rolls, Teddy starts crying. He admits he can't stop thinking about Maddie, about how they all failed him. Lily nods, confessing she pushed him away when he needed her most. Phil stays silent, guilt written on his face. The movie begins. At first, everything seems normal, until they see Maddie appear on screen, holding a baby. It's the same creature from the car. The twisted family from the road is there too, smiling. The friends freeze. Maddie looks straight at them through the screen. He steps closer, his voice echoing. I'm here because of you. You lied to me. You left me alone. The baby starts to cry. Maddie lowers his head, then raises it again with a distorted, sinister grin. Suddenly, he throws the baby forward. The creature bursts through the screen, growing larger and more deformed as it emerges into the real world. The group screams. Phil tries to run, but the monster catches him. Teddy fights back and also gets taken. Ronnie struggles with the projection room door, but slams shut by itself. Lily grabs Susie's hand, trying to pull her away, but the creature reaches them. Ronnie forces the door open, drags Lily out, and together they escape into the cold night. They slam the doors behind them. For a moment, everything is silent, until Lily looks down and realizes she's still holding Susie's severed arm. The girls scream, and so ends the first episode of IT. Welcome to Derry.